Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today what I'm doing is something that I've been kind of putting back for quite some time. I didn't have the room or the space to do this, but I finally do now. So what we're going to do is do a full detail on the Miata, as you see right here. The Miata has been really dirty. I probably detailed her and did a full paint correction on it like over a year ago almost, and she's kind of been sitting. I have been kind of neglecting her. I haven't been washing her that much, and yeah, she's been collecting a lot of dirt and dust. So we're gonna do a full interior and exterior detail, paint correction. We're gonna polish it, wax it, everything, and I'm gonna show you guys the whole process basically. So as you can see right now, the car is very dirty. Yeah, super dirty. The carbon's all dirty. You can see all the specks and all the dirt everywhere, but yeah, she's super dirty. Super dirty, as you can see. It's just like disgusting. So the little wing right here has the carbon, has like sun damage. We're gonna polish all that off, and yeah, we're basically gonna clean up the whole car. So just do a little walk around of before and after, what it looks like. So this is a before. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we're gonna clean this thing up right now. First, what I'm gonna do is just kind of hose it off, rinse it off, give it a nice little wash with some soap, and then after that, we're gonna pull it into the garage and start detailing. So stay tuned, guys. I'll show you. Alright guys, so the Miata's all washed down now. She's all clean now. As you can see, way better than it was before. Yeah, let's go ahead and dry her off, and then we're gonna pull in the garage and start buffing, start detailing, and get the interior, exterior, get everything going. So the Miata's inside the garage. She's ready to be detailed. Look, this is a little before, and I'm gonna before and after her shot. But she's already, the paint's amazing on this car, but it's about to be even more amazing. About to be like a mirror. I took the passenger seat out. We're gonna vacuum and clean up on all the interior. We're gonna hydrate the plastics with special like plastic cleaner and hydrators. Alright guys, so let me show you what I usually use when I detail my car and do the paint correction. There's a couple of different steps and like different stages of how you can do paint correction depending on how bad the paint is, how many like swirl marks and everything like that. But the paint, I'd say, is pretty decent, so we don't have to go that deep. We don't have to cut too abrasively. So here's all the stuff that I use to detail and do paint correction on my cars and bikes and things like that. So I have a Griot's Garage buffer. It's a cordless one, but there's no cord connected to it right now. But right now, the pad that's on it, this is the more abrasive pad, and this is like the polishing, waxing pad. So we're gonna start off with this pad right here. So yeah, so these are the products that I use, just to show you. This is the Chemical Guys Butter Wet Wax that I use. Very nice wax, and I think it smells like bananas or something like that. Very cool. This stuff right here is like scratch swirl remover. This is like, I use it for more like deeper scratches. This stuff works pretty good. And then these two things right here are the good stuff. So this liquid wax 3-in-1, I think it's a polish, wax, and a sealant all in one. This is what you use when your paint's not too bad, but and then you don't want to go too deep and cut too deep, and there's not too many swirl marks. You could just use this. But if you have pretty deep swirl marks and like you have scratches and the paint imperfections, like things like that, you can use a complete compound. And this is not too abrasive also. This gets a lot of imperfections out of your paint. So usually what you could do is start off with this stuff and then finish off with like either that or like wax. But what I think we're gonna do is we might start off with some of this on the rougher spots, but for the most part we're gonna use the liquid 3-in-1 wax that has everything in it, because the paint doesn't look too bad right now. Paint's actually pretty good because I already did a detailing paint correction like this year already. So this is like a second detailing of the year. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the more abrasive pad. We're gonna put a couple dots on it. I'm gonna show you the whole process, and then just kind of section by section start working it in and polishing the paint up. And then on the tougher spots, we're going to use some of this or this stuff. And then after we do the whole car, we're going to put on this pad right here. And then we're going to use this wax right here to just seal everything up and wax the whole car up. Alright guys, so let's start the detailing process. So we're going to use this more abrasive buffer pad. This one's for waxing, so we don't need that one right now. But let's go ahead and stick it onto the machine. That should be good. This is an orbital polisher, so it kind of moves like that. It doesn't just like go in circles. It kind of like rotates, and the reason for that is it doesn't leave like burn marks. Let's hook it up, and this thing is ready. And we're gonna start on like this section of the hood probably, and then do the fender, and then kind of just move along the car. This is the complete compound. This is for moderate below surface defects and restores gloss. So I usually use this for areas that are a little more heavily like, I don't know, there's more swirler marks or like kind of hazy, because this stuff is a little more abrasive. And for the rest of the car, I'm going to probably use the liquid wax 3-in-1 and with the more abrasive pad, because I think this is enough since I already did a paint correction this year. So I'm going to use this on the more tough spots, and I'm going to use this for the majority of the car. Let's go ahead and shake these up, and then let's start. So what I usually do is I put a couple of dots. Not too much, because you don't want too much of this wax stuff on it, but that should be like enough. And then let's put that to the side. So we're gonna start, let's just start with this little section right here. So what I usually do is I kind of dab it along this section where I'm gonna work on. And then I start off with like a lower speed. Let's do like 2, just to kind of like smooth, just like smear it into that area, spread it around evenly without shooting the polish everywhere. And then I like turn the speed up to like the higher ones and actually polish it off. So we have it on 2nd speed. We have the polish spread out, so we're gonna start slow. Kind of. So yeah, as you can see, it's kind of like spread around that little area. We don't like you don't press too hard. You press like, you put a little bit of pressure in it, but not too much. And now that it's all spread open, we can turn the speed up to like what, it goes to 6. We can go, let's go 5 for now, and then just hit that area. And then we're gonna kind of, we're basically gonna just move like this, and then go backwards, and then go like this, and hit the spot like a couple times, and kind of go over it. And yeah, let's go. So yeah guys, basically after a couple of passes, just like I'd say like 2, 3, 4 passes, depends, and then it's gonna have a little haze on it, and then we're gonna take a microfiber rag and then just gonna kind of wipe it off that little section that we just did. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but that's very smooth, and like that's nice. Also, if any of you guys were wondering why I didn't clay bar her, I don't have a clay bar first of all, and I did a clay bar not too long ago, so the paint's pretty smooth. It's not really contaminated, so probably have to close the garage because this is really loud, and it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night right now, and the neighbors are probably not going to like that. But yeah guys, I'm going to finish up the hood, and I'm going to kind of move on to the carbon fiber panels on the sides, the fenders, and then I'm going to move to the doors and do the back. Hey guys, so I finished the hood already. The hood is nice, and as you can see how shiny it is. Now I'm going to move on to this carbon fiber fender right here. You're going to be a little more gentle, not press too hard on the carbon fiber, because it's only clear coated, there's no paint, so just be a little more careful. But this stuff is not too abrasive, so we shouldn't really worry about it. And the carbon's really new actually, so you just have to be really careful on it. So let's go ahead and do that. guys, now let's see how nice the carbon looks after I wipe it. Oh wow guys, look at that. That is gorgeous. Look how, oh, it's so smooth. You guys see how, I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera, but that looks so shiny now. My car hasn't been this shiny in a long time. Alright guys, so I also have to do the front bumper right here, but the front bumper has like a little more like scuffs and marks because all the little rock chips. And the front bumper just gets a lot of little things that hit it. So for the front bumper, I'm going to use the more abrasive compound. I'm going to use this stuff right here. And I'm gonna hit the bumper with that just so to get more of the imperfections out of the front. Alright guys, so the whole front end is pretty much done. The hood's done, both the carbon sides are done. I just wanted to show you how fresh and clean that carbon fiber looks. Look at that. So smooth and shiny. Wow. Like you can really tell the difference already. Look before and after. Like look how glossy the top of the car is, like how the light refracts on it. Oh my god. That looks so good. Yeah, now we have to move on to the doors. I'm gonna do the doors. I'm gonna do the pillars right here, and I'm gonna move on to the back. And right here on the back, I'm gonna use the other more abrasive compound because there's a little bit of sun damage right here in the wing, the carbon wing. But I'm gonna polish that up. So yeah, let's do it. Alright guys, so the Miata is fully complete. As you can see, she's very shiny, very reflective, literally like a mirror image. Look at that. Everything is done. I did all the paint correction, polish, detail stuff on every body panel pretty much. So all we have left to do is to wax the car. So I'm going to use the Chemical Guys Butter Wet Wax. That's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to throw, instead of this abrasive pad right here, I'm going to throw on this like nice and light wax pad. It's a lot softer, a lot less abrasive, and then I'm gonna like seal the car up with some wax after. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you. I used this compound right here, the little more abrasive one, and I used it on my wing right here. If you remember the sun damage, I did like 2 passes, but if you remember the sun damage before, this is what it looks like right now. There's pretty much no hazing, and it's just like brand new gloss carbon fiber pretty much now. It looks awesome, but all I have to do is probably like seal it a little bit with wax and it should be fine. So this is the pad that we use for the whole car. If you can see how much dirt and grime is on it, we're gonna have to wash this one because it's all clogged up. So we don't need that anymore. Oh no 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 no. We're going to stick that on there. Nice. And then we're going to use the Butter Wet Wax from Chemical Guys. We're going to drip that on there and then cover the whole car. Let it haze over and then wipe it off and she should be done. And also guys, in order to clean these old pads like that you use that get all dirty and clogged up, what I do is I just get some Simple Green, soak them in Simple Green, and then kind of just wash them under warm water and do that a couple times and they become like clean and brand new again pretty much. And you should replace these every so often, but if you clean them and degrease them enough and then dry them out, they're good as new pretty much. So we're going to let that soak and we're going to start on waxing the car. So to wax it, we're going to do the same thing pretty much, just at a lower speed. We're going to probably do like 4, let's say. We're going to put a couple of drops on there. Just like that pretty much. And then this stuff smells like straight banana. It's awesome. Chemical Guys make some good scented stuff, but yeah. The wax is way easier because you just kind of spread it around the car and let it haze over and then wipe it off. So what I do is pretty much do the whole car, or like half the car, and then just let it haze and then wipe the whole car all together. So. Alright guys, so the waxing is complete. As you could tell the difference, this car is shiny like a mirror right now. Look at this thing, all the way around shining. God, I love when the car looks like that. Alright guys, good morning. What is up? So it's the next day now, and I was going to show you the car fully detailed in the daylight. Look at that shine, guys. Check it out. Awesome. So yeah, basically today all we have to yeah, look at that reflection on it. Straight glossy, like it's glass. Literally, look at that. Wow. But yeah, basically what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do the interior detail. We're gonna vacuum and clean all this stuff up, and then get her ready and get her super duper clean. So let's go ahead and get the vacuum. Let's get all the little brushes and interior cleaning stuff and go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so now we have to vacuum the interior of the car. We're gonna have to like spray some of that stuff with Simple Green, but let's just start from this side, do a little quick vacuum. So I'm also going to clean all these dirty spots off. I'm going to just spray them down with Simple Green. See if that works. And kind of scrub them after. Okay, it's kind of coming off. Look at that. Way better, guys. Now just vacuum all that up, and then we should be good. Usually I'd use like slime to kind of like take the little glob of slime and get it into all the crevices. It would get all the dust, kind of let it rest and like seep in, and it would just stick everything out and clean everything out. But I opened my slime and it's a freaking science experiment in here. Look at that. Ugh, disgusting. Like look at this side too. It's like black. That's disgusting, y'all. But since that's not gonna work, that's gross. We're gonna just use some Simple Green and then use a little brush and a rag. So spray everything down, and then get a little brush and just kind of clean everything. And then what we're gonna just do is take that and wipe it all down. Get that deep clean going. Alright, we're also going to do a little light cleaning on the engine too, so you spray down some Simple Green and just wipe it off. But my engine's always clean because I always keep it super clean. You can basically eat off of it, but a little Simple Green won't hurt. So we're just going to spray everything down a little bit and just wipe it with a rag. Make sure we don't get it too much of it anyway. I'm pouring it on the electrical stuff, but it shouldn't really matter that much. So yeah, car's all done. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the Miata detail video. It's all done. Now I'm going to show you how the car turned out, guys, in the daylight. So get ready. Check this out. Look at this. I'm going to show you the interior too. The interior is glistening. Look at that. Everything's super clean, but let's do a little walk around. Look at this thing. It looks mint. The shine is real. And guys, this is OEM paint. I've never repainted this car. It's just stock. Guys, check that out. But yeah. My neighbor's right there working on his Corvette. But yeah guys, if you want more videos, if you like videos like that, if you want to see more stuff done to the Miata, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.